everybody. That was real good. That was money, first of all.
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Good morning, Vietnam! And if I do this, you guys can hear me. Anyways, it is 7 a.m. over in Vietnam. In case you didn't know that, I keep track of things around the world. 15 clocks all over the place. Yeah, anyways, no. But I thought it would be an interesting way to start it, and that's kind of a little hint of what we might be talking about today. So, it is the weekly wrap-up. It is number 61 today? 61 weeks we've been doing these. God, it's over a year. Wow. Anyways, it's good to see you guys all here. We got some people waiting in the background. Let's see here. We got Dandelion Fluffalai, who was here. Yeah, thank you, Gaiskar. Appreciate it. Conspirious, thank you. Yeah, Garrett. Wow, it's so nice. You guys realized I was muted. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you hear me being quiet. It's like, wait, what's wrong? Oh, he's muted. No. Good to see you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys being here. Thank you. Today we are also going to spin the Wheel of Champions for the Weekly Rumble Champions Edition, or Tournament Champions, which might be this Thursday. I don't know yet. We'll have to see how that goes with everybody who gets spun. What are you doing down there, JJ? Trying to egg me on? Yes? You had something to say?
I'm muted.
Yeah.
Hurry the fuck up.
I will. I got to talk about this week, but you guys can stay up here while I'm doing it really quick. It's simple this week. We only did...
That wasn't supposed to be on yet. Oh, well.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. We only had...
I wanted to get my new model in the picture there, so you guys just like
nice.
pointing at me.
Nice. So this week, I only did one official video. It was my rant. I don't know if you guys watched it. Probably watched about 5 minutes of it and said, okay, this guy's nuts, which is okay. I understand that. This week, I'll have another rant out. That's a new thing I'm going to be doing this week. And like I said, we got some other things we'll be going. I'll get you the link, Dandelion. I know.
Chris, just do your show. I'll put her in the group chat and
no,
she's
in the group chat, but she doesn't normally go to Twitter. Remember?
Well, that's how she comes into my show. I don't know why you think you're so special.
Because I talked to her on Instagram, where she likes to talk to people more.
Well, listen, I don't deal with Instagram that much, and it's only one time she has to deal with Twitter.
I'm sorry, it's the what?
Let's make it.
I didn't see it. I had to refresh again.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I don't use Twitter a lot, so
I had my rant today. I had my rant last week that I did. I plan on doing that once a week. I do plan on having the schedule up for you guys on what's going on every week, but I got to make sure that I have things lined up to make sure things get done, and there's some other stuff that needs to get done. So, trying to get that all taken care of. But this week we also had the Rule of 3 on Wednesday and the Weekly Rumble on Thursday. Also, over on Anzo's channel and on the Chaos Central, we had the Chaos list on Tuesday. Anzo and myself are still doing our shows. Danny's taking the month off. We really hope you guys will go check out the Real Review. Chaos Central, please, guys.
Come on, bro.
One of them shows.
Yes.
All right, everybody just go backstage. We're throwing him off.
Yeah. We are currently at 100 subscribers, and I'm trying to get a few more up there to have that buffer zone. I call the YouTube buffer zone, because once you get to 100 subscribers, you can have your vanity title, but then it's really that type of thing that takes forever to make sure you stay at 100. So we're waiting on that. guys, if you'd like to come in, by all means, memes, come on in. We will be spinning the wheel of names, or the champions wheel of names, to see who will be on the Tournament of Champions for the Weekly Rumble. We have 8 names up there, and we'll get to that here in just a little bit. But the tease that I did, Good Morning Vietnam, wasn't just because it is 7 a.m. over there, 7:05 now, but I thought we'd talk a little Robin Williams, and just in a good sense. I wanted to talk about your favorite movies of Robin Williams. So that would be today's topic. I see John. Thank you very much. $4.99 super chat. Look at all these cuties. Redheads are the bestest. John, does John stalk you?
No.
No. Okay. I just want to make sure. I mean, because it
Well,
seems like
I think he's stalking you, Chris, because I
Allie.
only ever run into him here.
Allie,
Okay.
just be prepared. Okay.
Be prepared.
Cool, Eli. You should come on, Eli. Then you can talk about Robin Williams.
Yeah,
Guys,
Gaiskar.
get on here.
Yeah, well, if his internet's okay, Gaiskar.
Yeah.
Links in the chat.
Gaiskar.
Come on, bro.
Fat Steven Seagal, $2
Hey.
super chat.
So
Hey,
many
Pam,
Robin Williams
do you
movies,
like
so
my
it's hard for me to decide what I
Republic
like
man
the
bun?
best.
Yes, it's absolutely gorgeous, man. Keep up the good
Gorgeous.
work with that.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. Yeah, but let's talk some Robin Williams today.
With that.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just interesting.
How are you
Sure,
watching
exactly.
something else? How are you watching something else and doing a show, Chris? You are really
It's not
Multi-
that. It's the link on Twitter. I was going to go over there and share it, and it brought the stream up. So
Oh, don't worry. I turned
Ah.
off my video games so I could pay attention fully to this, because I think the last thing Chris needs is for me to start swearing at my game.
well, I mean, that happens.
and that's different than when, Tim? Come on.
Yeah, but I
really.
mean, it's in the middle of a show. That's a little different. I mean, it was perfectly fine when My Life with Matthew just popped me in and I'm in the middle of swearing. That was funny.
Hey, Eli,
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Where have you been?
Shitty internet. The person who's responsible for fixing it is out sick.
Oh, wow. That sucks.
Well, why did you break it in the first place?
I didn't.
Are you sure?
Well, from my understanding, you're actually a educated genius. Why can't you fix it yourself?
Well, because being a well-educated genius could be in one topic in one area does not mean necessarily a perfect genius about art and culture
My
or
question is,
microbiology.
Aren't you in
Or
California,
electricity
which is
stuff.
ground zero for like all the internet tech stuff? So you should have like the best of everything all the time. Even if something goes down, it's just gonna be better than us.
Hell, even
There's supposed to be.
when I had my own place, I was using the infamous Comcast for internet. It got to the point to where I made sure I learned everything about it. So when I had to make a phone call, I could run through all the dumb shit with them and say, "All right, now let's fix the problem."
Done it. When I used to have it was Warner. It was Time Warner when I had it. I do the same thing. I knew everything they were going to tell me to do, so I'd call them on the phone. Okay, sir, can you do? And I said, okay, I've already reset. I've already unplugged it for 5 minutes. I've hit the reset button. I've done I went down the whole list of stuff, and they said, oh, okay. Well, we'll just have to send a technician out. And I'm like,
Look at that
that's
sexy
right.
bald bastard.
Well, and it's already they're at the point now where they
Mr.
can just
Gaiskar.
ping your router and they can tell you if there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, make sure all your wires. Are
Oh, they
connected.
always would, and they'd say, "Oh, it's okay."
I had them tell me to do all that, and then they ping
My Wi-Fi is included in utilities, so it's property management.
How many MPS do you have? Eli, how many MPS do you have?
You know you're downloading, uploading.
Gaiskar?
How many MPS do you have?
No idea.
I don't think I need to talk about that. People get pissed off when I start talking about that.
All right.
Oh, they do. What?
No, I'm gonna pull up a website
Fasting.
for you live. Hang on.
Fast
put it-
to go. I met Robin Williams twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the private chat, Eli. Good way to check your speed.
It's
I got it.
Oculus?
I got it. Just
Oh, I have speed test.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. It's in the private.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just do this real quick.
Yeah, I've used that one.
No.
So Robin Williams. That's
My
what we're talking
download
about?
my download right now
That's
is kind of crappy. This is a crappy download speed, but
Yeah, the killer upload, man. Almost
yeah.
almost a terabyte. Excuse
have
me, almost a
gigabit.
gig. Almost a gig of upload. That's awesome.
yeah, but I've got a lot of different processes going on right now, so it's slowing it down.
Here's
a
the
little bit.
sad
But
thing is my library of Robin Williams is very limited. Even though he's one of my favorite actors and favorite comedians,
Mhm.
there's a lot of these movies I haven't seen, or I haven't seen in a long time.
Same
has-
here. Same here. His comedy always turned me on more than the movies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I have seen a couple things with him in it.
I'm
I'm
positive.
pretty sure though I know something about Robin Williams you guys don't know.
That depends.
Quite
Why don't you start with
positive
that?
Okay.
Are we live now or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've been live
Okay,
for
we already
a
started.
while.
All right, good.
Yes.
So I used to play Warhammer 40K and Warhammer Fantasy, and I used to circulate along those internet online communities. And one of my buddies who ran a shop in New York actually met Robin Williams in his shop. And what happened is he was at the sales counter. Robin Williams walked in and bought Warhammer figures. So apparently he was into Warhammer. I think it was fantasy in
He was
some way,
into-
I
shape, or
thought Zoe
form.
was.
Yeah.
And
I thought Zoe
yeah.
is.
I was really shocked to hear
It's
that.
good.
They even got pictures. I don't know. I can't remember who the guy was now because it's been years since I've talked to anybody in the Warhammer community now. But yeah, he had pictures of him and Robin Williams in the shop, like holding up some of his purchase and stuff. It was really neat, really neat. I never knew he would have been interested in stuff like that. So that was kind of interesting.
Hey Kai.
Hello,
So we got quite a bit of people in there. Robin Williams was an interesting character. I mean, Elihu, you're in the area that was his home, and this man, when he died, people talked about him and said, "Hey, he would walk the streets of his neighborhood every day, doing.
He would
things.
walk poodles every day.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
I'm guessing not your neighborhood though. Hey, Eli.
Not my neighborhood, no.
But
I knew where he lived in San Francisco before he moved out.
I will start with two movies that I really, really enjoy of his that are not on most people's radar. The first one's called The Final Cut, and the other one is 1 Hour Photo. Not comedies.
Oh, shit, yes.
1 Hour Photo
course,
is
yes.
really creepy. But The Final Cut is interesting because I almost see that someday, if you keep going down the road that we do, that the humans and people on Earth will be like that. Basically, the premise of the story was he was called a cutter, and cutters take, and basically every moment you're alive, your brain has a chip implanted that records everything from the moment you're born. Every birthday, every event, everything in your life is recorded through your eyes. And the cutter's job is to cut a small film when you die to represent your life. And cutters, like directors, have artistic ideas. They don't all do it the same way. So but certain cutters are highly sought after. And Robin Williams plays a cutter that's highly sought after. But it's about he goes to cut this man's memories or whatever, and basically he sees something he shouldn't see, and thus takes off the movie. It's a very interesting movie, and he was highly. I don't know. I think people think comedy, but his dark movies were really interesting. I liked Death to Smoochie too. I love Death to Smoochie. Dark comedy. But
I was, you know, I haven't seen many Robin Williams movies, but I do have two favorites, and one of them was already mentioned in the chat, and that was RV. I love that movie. I thought it was hilarious, and then I loved Hook.
Yes, I was thinking about picking that.
Yeah, those are my two favorite Robin Williams movies. You know, but then we can't stray away from the classic, man. Mork and Mindy.
Absolutely.
That was
It's
what
not
I
a
was going to
movie,
say.
but it's a good TV show.
Happy Days.
Yeah, but he was only on that a
So-
bit.
Yeah.
I've only seen a few movies. The ones I've seen are pretty much the most popular ones: Miss Doubtfire, Jumanji, Good Morning Vietnam, Aladdin, Hook, Birdcage. I've seen, but it wasn't really what I was interested in. Night at the Museum, Flubber, Popeye when I was a real little kid.
Oh yeah, Popeye. I forgot about that.
I loved Popeye. Back when I was a kid, man, I was like, Robin Williams is hilarious.
And Cisco.
Out of those, though, my favorites would have to be Miss Doubtfire, and I would have to say it's kind of a toss-up between Hook and Aladdin. You know, his voiceover for the genie in Aladdin was just it was epic. And the guy that took over for him for the cartoon series, he was okay, but it wasn't Robin Williams, you know.
Yeah,
Robin Williams is Robin Williams.
Siskel and Ebert ragged Popeye to death.
Oh, they did.
They always. I never liked Siskel.
Shit. I haven't heard those names in a while.
Yeah,
which one is the one that's still alive?
Ebert, no?
I think so. I don't know.
Ebert.
Yeah, it's Ebert.
But Popeye was a Hook is what Popeye could have been.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because if you look at them in the way they're shot, and the scenes and the staging of the film, they're very similar. The city is very obviously a set, but it's meant to look cartoonish in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with Hook. Neverland is supposed to look otherworldly, different, but still familiar. So they did a lot of the same things in Hook, but they did it right in Hook. Popeye, I mean, I'll watch Popeye occasionally, but
I like the way they portrayed Hook as he, you know, Peter Pan leaves Neverland and becomes an adult. You know, that was a concept I never thought about. What happens if Peter Pan decides to not, you know,
When he
stay in
grows
Neverland
up?
anymore?
Yeah, when he grows up.
Yeah, what happens? And that movie covers that, and it does it in a fantastic way. And I honestly say that was a good movie. I really liked it.
Yeah, I liked more serious movies first, like separating that from the comedy, right? Like Dead Poet Society, Good Will Hunting, those were great. Then you know, Good Morning Vietnam. As much as it had comedy, there was a big, huge, serious factor behind that movie, right? And of course, Aladdin. That was like my first animation movie that I actually went, you know, on a date with, to actually see that with someone older, right? Actually, that I was able to remember it because, you know, I did see Bambi when
And
it
it
was
had
in
the
theaters and
perfect
stuff
date
like
scene for you too. So there you go.
that. Yeah,
I
exactly.
think Bambi is
So-
the first movie I remember seeing. We went and saw it at the drive-in, actually in Montreal,
Yeah, I saw it in these.
At
I grew up in
Dollard.
Montreal. Yeah.
when there was still a drive-in in Dollard.
I know which one. Yeah, those was the ones that I liked the most. Like, yeah, there's always Miss Doubtfire and all that, but I like the serious movies. The one that Chris mentioned too, that one stuck with me was 1 Hour Photo. How creepy he was in that one, right? That was like, you're so used to see him on as a certain character and humorous, and then you get to that one, you're like, holy shit.
Well, yeah, Robin
Funny thing about Miss
hell,
Doubtfire, I don't consider it a comedy. I really do consider Miss Doubtfire more of a drama because it's a story about a man doing anything he can to see his kids.
But
it's still a comedic out.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely, it is. I just personally consider it more dramatic. And
Mrs. Doubtfire
maybe it just spoke to me a little bit more.
Is a companion. Mrs. Doubtfire is a companion to like Uncle Buck. Similar premise. A guy who, I mean, not the exact same, but it is very much somebody who, it's a similar fish out of water thing. This guy goes out of his way in Mrs. Doubtfire to put himself in a place that his wife basically says he never was there. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. And he's purposely trying to do all this stuff in that movie. Somebody said that, who was it? Let's see here. Hey, Angela Straven, good to see you. Good Will Hunting, Dead Poets Society, great movies. Death to Smoochie, yes, definitely. Where was it? Yeah, Fat Steven, 1 hour photo was creepy. Very creepy. Where is it that I saw it?
But even though I haven't seen many of Robin Williams' films, I do know about his movies. He did command a high comedic presence, but he could pull off a serious role just as easily.
Yes.
All the best comedians can.
Yeah.
Like, they're dramatic first, usually, and then comedic is just part of that.
How about this question really quick here? Could Mrs. Doubtfire be made today?
No.
They'd probably screw it up.
Nope.
No. They should stop trying to reboot movies that already made themselves in the past.
Well, I agree with that, but the reason and seriously, I think no, because we all know anybody that's seen Mrs. Doubtfire, it was one of my mom's favorite movies, and I've seen clips and pieces of it a lot. The only thing I think they would actually try to change is instead of actually him putting on a suit or the actor putting on a suit, they'd try to CGI it in, and I think they would just screw it all up. Don't show the.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they might take it a step further, but I won't get into that.
Well, Mrs. Doubtfire did have a sequel scheduled, and they actually had already talked and were in negotiations with Robin Williams when he died to do it.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to see it.
Yeah, I mean, they talked about it in 2001 originally, but right about the time he died, I guess they had all but hired him.
Now, speaking of remakes, it's one thing I'm very critical about remakes of movies. And probably the one Robin Williams movie that I have seen that I'm critical of is Flubber. And even though it's a great movie, he did a great job in it, and a lot of people love that movie. I prefer the original movie, The Absent-Minded Professor, with Fred McMurray. That to me is what I grew up with, including its sequel, Son of Flubber.
What was the one Eddie Murphy did that was the Nutty Professor remake?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they did do that occasionally, and I don't. I mean, I think Robin Williams. When you stop and think about it, you think about your A-list names. Robin Williams was on that list before he died, but you think Robert Downey Jr., Keanu Reeves, down the line, Matt Damon has been on that list. Ben Affleck has been on that list. When you think about those names, you remember all those big movies, that they were in, those great movies. But when you think about it, you go back and look at their repertoire, their works, and you'll find just as many rotten eggs in their group of things. Jiggly or Julie or whatever it was. Ben Affleck was in with Jennifer, J-Lo.
Daredevil. Well, a lot of people didn't like Daredevil. I mean, I didn't mind Daredevil personally, but a lot of people didn't.
Well, I didn't mind it, and I think the director's cut.
I didn't like Ben Affleck in it. But I
Well-
just didn't like Ben Affleck, so.
But there's Argo that he was in, Good Will Hunting. All
Yeah, I
these
just don't like
things.
Ben Affleck. I've still never seen Good Will Hunting because he's in it.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I
Though.
think Ben
I
Affleck
can't see it. I
got
can't stand him.
Why?
At the time, he was bouncing off of a couple movies with Kevin Smith, and Kevin Smith was very close to Stan Lee, and Kevin Smith probably got him the role as Daredevil.
Probably.
And
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just
he
guessing,
was in Mallrats, and then Dogma,
He's
Chasing
in most
Amy.
of them. He was in a good chunk of them.
No, you understand. Here's the funny thing I love about Kevin Smith. If you weren't in the one before, your character's new, but you'll show up in everything after. So when he adds a character or an actor to it, you will be in something. You will be in those movies from that point on. Maybe not the same character, but
Or you're just a smaller role in, I'm pretty sure Ben Affleck was in most of the movies in some form or another.
he was in everything after Mallrats. So that's the second movie Kevin Smith made. He's been in everything since
then he's probably I've seen quite a few of Kevin Smith's movies, so he's been in pretty much most
But
of them.
Matt Damon didn't come in until Dogma, which is the fourth movie. Oh yeah, I love, and just I love that like Kevin Smith has this great humor that he'll like in Dogma, God ends up being Alanis Morissette, so a woman. In the next in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, they're out in front of the convenience store, which is again a throwback to Clerks. So everything references other movies he's done. But when they're going through, they're singing their song, which is Jay and Silent Bob, or Jay's rap. He's sitting there, and this kid comes up and asks for weed, and he gives him this, Morris Day and the Time. It's like $15, little man. Put that money in my hand, or put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me. And then the kid's like, "What was that stuff?" Because it's Jungle Love. And he says, "Man, that shit's the Mad Notes, written by God herself, and passed down to the greatest." And so if you don't pay attention to it, he does such a great job to reference past stuff, and if you haven't seen them all, you'll miss it.
Yeah.
But I love that.
I did see all the movies.
What was that?
I did see all the Kevin Smith movies.
Okay. Well, then you've seen Ben Affleck.
I have seen him. How do you think I know that I don't like him? Because I've seen him in things, and I didn't like him, so I don't see more things.
But what's funny is Good Will Hunting is really good.
A little bit of Ben Affleck to see the rest of the movie. But I had a sense that with
Pflugerville, good to see you,
he had an
man.
important role, so I didn't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually Daredevil that just totally turned me off him completely. I'm like,
well,
forget it.
Judge him
Just
on
forget it.
Daredevil alone.
Yeah, Daredevil.
I liked the movie. I did not like him.
You like Daredevil?
I did not dislike Daredevil. I love superhero movies. I love all of them, even shitty ones. Well, some of the shitty ones I probably haven't seen, but no, I just love
Daredevil should not be how you judge Ben Affleck.
No, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me.
There was one straw. There was one little piece of straw, and it broke your back immediately. Come on.
I had seen him in other things,
Oh.
and then I saw him in that, and then I'm like, and you know what else it was? He married, what's her name? Jennifer Garner. I love her.
Did he really marry her?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ooh.
I know. And then I was like, you know what? I love her too much. And then I couldn't even watch her movies anymore because I knew she'd slept with him.
Wow.
It's the same thing with David Duchovny and that Tia Leone woman. There's just some actors and actresses love David Duchovny. He married her, and I'm like, I just can't watch you anymore.
Oh, she was the one that fucked everything over with the X-Files.
Yeah, exactly, about David Duchovny. I forgot all about him.
Oh, yeah. Pissed me off.
David Duchovny is really interesting. He started...
For whatever reason, I just don't groove on them.
David Duchovny started with the Red Shoe Diaries on HBO, which is about a guy getting letters written to him about sex. It's about people telling them about their sex life, which is funny because I love referencing this with David Duchovny because in the X-Files, Mulder had a bit of a porn addiction, so because he had porn in the one drawer. But then he went on to do Californication for HBO, I believe, or Showtime, one of the two.
That was a good movie.
Which was about a guy who was a sex addict in recovery or in counseling for it. But what's funny is he has actually gone to recovery for that.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I find those little connecting dot things just like, wow, that's just crazy.
So what you're saying is he plays in stuff that like reflects his life?
I guess. Or that the stuff he played ended up reflecting onto his life, which a lot of actors will tell you, especially if you're a method actor, you got to watch it because certain things will snowball into your real life. Okay, I don't have a lot of time to go today. We're going to go about 45 minutes. So before we go much further, or before we go any further, we're going to do this right now. I promised people we were going to spin the wheel of champions.
That alarm clock wasn't for you, Chris, by the way. That was supposed to be.
I didn't even hear it.
Okay, good. You didn't hear it? Oh, shit. It was pretty loud.
I don't know. Maybe I hear enough alarms in my life that I'm like,
let's spin that bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Click and spin, my friend.
We're going to spin 4 names.
Less yak and more action.
We're going to shuffle it once. Spin.
No fun sound effects when you're spinning today?
Oh, the fuck up.
There you go.
By the way, shameless product placement. Twisted Tea makes a perfect close combat weapon.
What was that? What was that? JJ?
No, I was looking to see. I didn't see my name on the wheel, and
oh yeah, you're there.
But you put the full thing on there. I was just looking for JJ.
Oh yeah, and sometimes I do that just because if I'm doing something like this, people might.
Sometimes copy and paste is easier.
I'm not Abrams, man. Come on.
All right, Ord's board is the first contestant. We're going to remove his name. We're going to shuffle, and we're going to spin. Positive, you've been ultra quiet.
Yeah, baby.
JJ.
Rock on, JJ. Rock on, brother.
Yeah, baby. I told Ords me and him we're going to go at it again.
That's awesome.
So JJ is the only 2-time Weekly Rumble champion, and he may very well be the first grand champion.
Is Mad Mardigan on there?
No, because he has not been on the show since I've had winners.
No, he's taken up. He's taken up another mantle. He's now 4-time MVP over on Shenanigans, so he ain't worried about you.
Does he give up an MVP, or is this something that he made up like with me?
No. At the end of the show, they go around the board and put in votes for the MVP, but you don't get nothing. It don't matter. And at the end, it's like you suck, you know. But yeah, he's got 4-time over on Shenanigans. Hey, LDG,
all right.
up?
Hello.
So
Sorry, guys, I'm late.
That's all right. We're
We're
gonna
spinning
shuffle.
Late than never, brother.
We're gonna shuffle, and we're gonna spin.
Positive.
What the hell? Oh, there we go.
Oh, my brother.
Hondo.
Shit.
Anzo and one person left. We're gonna shuffle. Let's spin. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
No, he's got to argue with himself, Chris.
Make sure you
Argue
put
with
lots of Star
himself.
Trek questions in there. We know how much he likes those.
Well, I had to figure out how we're gonna do it. So,
Or freedom of speech
Ords,
questions.
JJ, Anzo, and LDG are my contestants. We will try to do it this Thursday. JJ, are you available?
Always.
LDG, are you available this Thursday?
Oh, crap. You know, I got that thing. Yeah, I'm fine.
That thing with the guy. about
thing
the
with the guy
about
with
the
that.
thing.
Go hell, man. You ain't got no
other-
thing.
Yeah, and then
Guy,
somebody-
maybe.
you know.
You ain't got
I'll
no
talk
thing.
to Anzo, but I'm
He's
pretty
got that
sure.
neighbor lady thing.
I'm pretty sure Anzo should be able to do it. Ords is the only one I have to check with. So, I do have to check with Anzo, but I will double check with him.
Yeah, but Orge is the more busy one of all of us.
Well, except for like me, but it's my show, so I guess if I
Yeah,
can't be
you
there,
don't-
then it's
you-
a
But
problem.
you're already
you're-
scheduled in for that time slot, Chris.
Yeah, you're
I know.
doing the show, Chris.
I'm trying to think.
Because you
What
know
else.
everybody.
I don't know if Warts has another show at that time, but he might be like actually busy with life.
Yeah, no, I know
Reality.
that's the thing. So, this is what we do. Hold on, just a second.
Are you DMing him?
No, better.
Oh hell, how's it better?
Are you phone calling him like old school?
Dude, we are doing this like I used to do.
Landlines
you
still
still-
exist, you know. I got one in the other room.
Wait.
Getting out the rotary dialer?
Guys.
I don't have that. I should get one though.
Hey, Austinator.
Can you guys hear that?
No.
One connection number. You call back later, okay?
You guys can't hear that?
Yeah.
It's on speaker, so he may not be there.
Or he's like, damn, what's Chris want again? Because I'm gonna be honest, everybody. I can't get Chris off the phone. He's calling me all the damn time.
I don't call you all the damn.
Chris's phone calls me all the time. Chris's phone constantly is calling me, and sometimes it texts me, and I'm like, dude, what is this? And he's like,
It texted her like a crying emoji. And
Yeah,
it
like,
was.
what the
I was
hell's
in
the matter,
another room. I come back, pick up my phone, and it says, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "What?" And I see it, and I'm like, "What the hell?"
Time to remove
what the
yourself from that possessed
Oh,
phone.
your phone's
I'm
doing
like,
things
"Oh,
on
no,
its own.
Chris, what's happened?
You know
Why are
how
you
I solved
sad?"
that problem with my phone? I let the service run out and said, "Have a nice day."
Anyways, I will get a hold of Ords. Oh,
Uh-oh. You see something interesting?
on Thursdays, but he usually shows up later. We do our show at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 4 p.m. my time. And it's at 7 p.m., so that shouldn't be a problem, but I will double check with him. Hey, Austinator, how you doing? Austinator, I need to get you on the Weekly Rumble in like 2 weeks, because I know you will get on this list here. And that
I
means
still
we
have
need
to be
4
your
more
wild
people.
card sometime.
Yeah, I know you do.
But I have to
But-
I have to know well in advance so I can leave work early that day and be home in time. Otherwise I usually get home a bit late. Like your show's already started.
No, there's only a
Mhm.
few people he picks for that, and trust me, I don't think you know how to have that kind of fun.
Oh, whoa,
It's possible.
whoa.
Damn.
But
Damn.
that's a nice thing, darling. Really, that's a nice thing. Trust me.
What are you trying
And
to
it's rather boring because you just get to sit there and look pretty and stuff. But that ain't hard for you. But I have to sit there and think of how I'm going to rag the panelists. Don't always work out the way I want it
I
to.
can probably handle that part.
See, Thursday, just this past show, the Comics Gate show, I had the entire night planned out. I did, for real. I had it planned out. But there was one small thorn. Mandy didn't show.
Yeah.
Fucked my night all up.
Yeah, but you know if Wards is on, I'm gonna play favorites. Sorry guys.
But it
Wards is
doesn't work
like the
that way.
sweetest dude ever. I'm totally gonna play favorites if I'm
Well, see, here's the Allie. Here's one thing you need to know about being the wild card. You can't talk about it. See, you're already talking about it, so guess what? You can't be the wild card for that show. If he
First
brings
rule
anyone,
of Fight Club is
it has to be
talk about what you can't
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah,
Right.
because I know it's not going to be me. I know it's not going to be LDG. We're on the show.
maybe
It's not on
Austinator. Austinator would be a great wild card.
So you can't talk about it.
I'm
But
just
he
making
wasn't-
suggestions.
she's just brainstorming out loud.
It doesn't matter. Being a tournament of champions, I'm not really sure if I'll have a wild card because that's kind of, that's something you gotta. I don't know. I'd have to find the correct
non-biased guy, right? Yeah, because with you being the host, I actually am for a wild card.
Yeah, it can't be HanStar. He's got to
really?
work. I need someone to give me points after you take 100 away. Okay.
Well, if you learn how to keep your mouth
You
shut,
seem to get enough points on your own, LD. I don't know how you do it, but you do.
He loses points because you don't know how to keep his mouth shut on certain things. Okay.
All right.
I try not to rag Chris too much because I'm not about to be in the same boat.
LDG a special wheel. The same one as the normal one, but all the numbers have a little line in front of them.
You know, I'm starting to get a little tired of the word special being used to describe me or anything about me. Okay? I've heard that all my life. Okay? I heard that from my mother.
LDG,
I heard that
LDG.
from my father. I heard it from the doctor. I heard it from the psychiatrist. I heard it from the counselor. Tired of hearing that damn word.
You know what? I got to tell you, you are the most pedestrian person out there.
So I have this question to ask LDG. Did you write on
Do
the
I need to
yellow
look another word up right now?
Did you write on the yellow school bus or the white school bus?
Was it a long school bus or a short school bus?
I was just saying, in my state, it's
short bus versus long.
It was long.
A motor.
It was the same thing you would want another question answered. Long.
Okay.
You
all right, guys.
Think that, but you could be wrong.
We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up, guys. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Deej Odyssey, thank you very much. No, he is not the wild card. You are not. Although I need to get you on so you can try to get your champion certificate. I want you to go around the panel and tell everybody where you can be found and all that great stuff. Positive, are you there?
Oh. Yeah, I'm here.
Anybody have a cricket noise on their soundboard?
One of us does.
Yeah.
Don't ask. You'll hear one very quick.
I can do that.
Close enough.
All right, JJ, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, where you can be found.
Thanks.
What?
Nothing. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing
great.
Go
ahead, JJ.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JJ. You find me a little bit of everywhere. You find me here on Sunday nights or evenings, early evenings, whatever time of day you want to call it. But later on tonight, you'll find me over on HanStar's channel at 10 o'clock Eastern for Jackbox Game Night. Come by, check it out if you want to play some games, hang out for a little bit, and unwind. You can find me Monday nights on my channel. I do a weekly live stream called Randomness at its Finest. Random panel, random topic. Come back, check it out. Like, share, subscribe. But also, here in the near future, I'm going to be moving the night. I'm looking at Wednesday night, but who knows? And then Tuesday night, you'll find me on...
Sorry.
What?
Chris is sounding like a 1964 typist again.
Yeah. We're out there at a point, and I go the other way.
Now you know what I was talking about, LEG. I gotta get that back up. I gotta get that figured back out. So we'll deal with that tomorrow. So, anyways.
Anyway, you find me Tuesday night over on Biggaford Entertainment, which is Onzo Hodges' channel for the Khaos list, with Onzo Hodges, Danny Graham, Chris Knight, myself, LDG Pixels, and Eli Hoo. You come by, check that one out. Shut up, stupid. Anyway, you messed me up anyway. Damn. Come by, check out, and see what Onzo wants to throw at us for that week. Some random topics, see our opinions on it, and also his infamous honorable mentions, and then back around to where this whole stream was about today for the most part. Back to the weekly rumble, where sometimes I come on as a contestant or as a combatant, as I like to say, or sometimes he likes to change things up, and I come in as a wild card. And I will be back for the Tournament of Champions as he spent today, with myself, LDG Pixels, Onzo Hodges, and Orge Boards, to find out who is the grand champion of the first ever The Points Matter scenario because if you win, big deal. Now it matters. Kinda, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I appreciate everybody coming out in the chat on the panel. Thanks for coming in and hanging out, Chris. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Always, yes. Up next, let's do Positive Candor. Positive. While you may not have gotten to the Tournament of Champions yet, you're still on the tournament. You're still on the Champions wheel. Why don't you tell everybody about yourself and where you can be found?
All right. Positive Candor. I'm Positive Candor on YouTube. Positive Candor on Twitter. Positive Candor on Parlor if it ever comes back. So yeah.
Yeah. How have you been? Because you were rather quiet today, and I apologize.
Robin Williams. You didn't mention Moscow on the Hudson. I don't think you didn't mention the Fisher King. Some of his really early movies.
Yeah.
Death of Smoochie is a classic to me.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean he has tons and tons. Even Night at the Museum, even though he's hardly in it, is great. His part in it. So
yes.
But yeah, I like his early movies, like Moscow on the Hudson, a lot. But yeah, I mean, obviously the classics are, the ones everybody else has mentioned, like Patch Adams, Good Morning Vietnam, Good Will Hunting. Yeah.
For sure. Well, thank you very much for being here. Anytime we're talking, just speak up and tell us to shut up so you can talk. It's a free forum to do that on my show here on Sundays. But thank you very much for being here.
Shut up, Chris. Let the rest of the panel pimp themselves.
Mr. Buddy Christ. Tim Christ. Right?
I am
Christ,
Tim
is
Christ.
it? Yeah. Okay.
Tim Christ, yep. Buddy Christ, Yeah, I don't really do much with the channel yet. I was thinking about maybe putting some content on there. I haven't decided exactly what yet. I was thinking about doing maybe game streams or model building, some of the model building. Otherwise, you can find me most of the time, 90% of the time, in LDG's StreamYards because he likes to put up a motel and charge real cheap rent.
Freeze frame. I'm thinking of raising that 200%.
Otherwise, you'll find
channels
like this, and this. I'm in the chat on Andy Trekker's streams or Vertebrae Fives, or even some of the more popular ones like Doomcock or Nerdrotic, a few other ones. But big fan of Comic Artist Pro Secrets.
Any plan going back on? Any plan going back on Matthew's channel, cussing him out some more?
Oh yeah, I'm always there. I forgot about that.
You cursed out Matthews?
Yeah, dude, he was sitting there playing his game and he didn't realize.
I said that earlier. You were.
I missed it.
I mentioned that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was in the middle of a game and I started cussing at myself and he just popped me in and I didn't realize it. And there I am and I'm like, God, shit, fuck, hoo, ha, yee, ha. And of course, Annie Trekker goes off a hinge. He's like, boy, are you what is up with that mouth? I'm like, oh, shut up, man. Thanks, Matt. Dick.
Typing slower doesn't help this.
What can I do?
Anyway.
Not type while someone's talking.
Or mute.
Yeah.
Just remember to put it back
after. Idea.
Yeah, I know. I should have put myself on mute when he dropped me out.
Why'd you have to go and ruin it, Bosco?
Oh, that reminds me of something that you said that.
Oh, God. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What?
You know what, Chris? You know what the bad thing about all this is? He gives us the toys and we use them against him.
Oh, yes. No good deed shall go unpunished.
Look how irritated he looks. That's so cute.
I just know that payback's a bitch.
Thank you, JJ. I know.
I
do all
couldn't
this
tell if he
work.
was frozen there for a second because
Static-
LDG's kind of freezing and then coming
I'll
back.
be on
to
a
the
show
focus.
that he'll go live with, and he'll have subspace interference or something, static interference.
Hey, I
Be
can't
like,
control. My stream's allergic to bullshit. It's some space static happens. I'm sorry.
Surprised I ever get on the panel then.
I'll give you an
And
effing
there-
red carpet
Chris, your
with
face
sound
just
effects and
disappeared.
all. What the else do you want from me, man?
I know.
He has a very good point.
All right, the lovely lady in the middle. Here's the story of a. It's Dandelion Fluff. Dandelion, please tell everybody about yourself.
And the Phantom Zone for that one. I didn't get to mention my favorite Robin Williams. I would have to go with Mork and Mindy, like JJ said. Just because, I was a kid. That was fun.
I just like that because we were talking about movies.
And I like the Birdcage. I would have to say that's probably one of my other favorites.
Birdcage's good.
I quite like that movie.
Okay.
And then probably like some silly things like Aladdin. But I'm just a random person. I don't really have a channel. I might put some stuff up on the channel I have it. At some point, probably some like hiking videos. Other than that, no, I just float around, show up on other people's shows every now and again. It's all fun.
Amen to that.
That's how it starts.
Internet loiterer.
That's it. Yeah.
Right.
I'm a lurker. I mostly like to hang out in chats and yell at everybody.
That's Tim.
And you do a good job of it.
I certainly do a lot of it.
Yeah.
Up next, Mr. Gaiskar. Gaiskar finally has content.
What?
It might be. It's like 30 seconds.
I have a few things out. You can find me at the Basco scenario where I'm putting up some of my gaming clips and moments when I'm playing my Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War. You can also find me Tuesdays on the Chaos list. You find me Wednesdays on the OC as well as the Rule of Three. So yeah, check me out there. You can check me out here. And
Oh, my bad. Oh, I gotta remember that, dude. Shit.
What?
He's on the chaos list with us. I keep forgetting to add him into the list of people. Damn, my bad, bro.
Yeah,
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Y'all racist. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice big starter.
Gaiskar, let me help you and understand that from the United States to Canada.
Except for Canada is the Sarlacc. Is this Sarlacc the thing in the pit?
Yes.
That's Canada.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but I have there rectified the situation.
I didn't ask for it.
No, he didn't.
I know. This is for.
Dude, you're making us dizzy.
Eh,
They should have never given me that toy. They just shouldn't have.
yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
All right. Last but not least.
Definitely the loudest.
Is that all? Is that all?
That is,
guys?
yeah, that was it.
All right, cool. Last but not least, he was a little green with envy there for a second.
I thought maybe he was nauseous.
It looks like he might
Turning
have some.
green periodically right in front of us.
Oh shit!
It's a mood ring.
Yeah, it's LDG the mood ring.
Oh,
I was actually
what's
thinking
going
of
on,
LED
guys?
Christmas lights that change color.
Right?
Mhm. All right,
I
LDG,
hear
tell
ya.
everybody about yourself and where you can be found.
What's going on, guys? LDG out. And my favorite movie is Toys. One of my favorite Robin Williams. Love Robin Williams. May he rest in peace and have just as much fun as his next life as he had in this one. Maybe
Perhaps
be a hot
more.
chick or a bird. No turkey though. LDG Pixels, guys. You can find me everywhere. I mean, I'm all over the place, but mainly on LDG Pixels, where I do tech support, free tech support for people who have computer problems, have issues, questions, anything, giving free tune-ups and advice to anybody who needs it. And on the newly renamed Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica on the next gen, we host the Waiting Room. The stream between the streams guaranteed only be slightly better than watching paint dry, waiting for someone cooler to stream. We promote those who need it, who deserve it, and we have some fun along the way. Check it out if you're not watching any of these fine folks. Come on down to Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica, where we have friggin' The Waiting Room. Also, promoting freedom of speech in a true public forum, Project Prometheus, so you can control your digital footprint and have power over what you want to see, think, hear, say, and do online. Also, make sure that you...
And it comes in 3 colors.
Timing was off on that one. We'll work on it. Thank you very much for having me, and I'm glad I guess we'll be seeing you shortly on the next weekly Rumble Grand Championships. Man, that's awesome! Can't wait.
Indeed.
And please don't pick Deej as the wild wheel, because I'm definitely going to lose if he's the.
No, like I said, I don't think I can have one. I don't know. I don't know if I can have one.
No. It's either the wheel or a wild card person. Chris's choice. He doesn't know yet. That's still a few days away if we do it this Thursday.
I don't make a decision on that until normally a few hours before the show.
Yeah.
Occasionally,
my vote is the Wheel of Terror.
I knew I had it wrong. I just couldn't remember what the pit monster was. Sorry.
I would trust Dandelion. Dandelion's the wild card. I'm all for that.
That's your first big mistake, buddy.
She'd be a great wild card. Oh, I don't even care if I lose. She's
the reason why the points matter. The reason why all this has come about was because of her attempted coup on the Weekly Rumble with the Ginger Cabal.
I still like winners. I think Wheel of Winners is more fun than actually like having pretend winners.
Yeah, because we can actually talk shit now. Because there's proof that we won.
That's true. That's true.
There's a paper trail.
All right. That's
you know, I take that back. I would trust anybody here except for JJ and Chris, Tim, Gaiskar, and even positive Candor.
Because JJ's on the show and it's my show, so you're really screwed.
I tried to kill you with a gummy bear.
Well, no offense.
Hey, it got me my chair, right? I'm fine.
No offense to anybody on the panel. No offense to anybody in the chat. But LDG, that's your first mistake. Trust no one.
Yep.
He's right. All right, guys. Thank you very much for being here, but we're just going to tell you guys, please, if you haven't already, trying to get to 7,500 subscribers by my birthday, which is March 15th, I don't want to give you my age. Anyways, March 15th of 2021, please, guys, if you haven't already. Yes, please do that.
Ding.
And everybody on the panel, thank you very much for being here today. I greatly appreciate it. With that said, everybody say goodbye.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks for checking us out. Be sure to subscribe to both channels, and make sure to check out our friends in the Fandom Minutes. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and BitChute, and you can also send us an email at Shaun@ShaunStackHouseReacts.com and Chris Knight at TheRealReview3000.com. And be sure to swing by our Teespring store to pick up some awesome merchandise.